I have discovered that over the years, I have developed really high standards. I've gone through a lot of cars, and I've had the opportunity to drive a lot of cars and try a lot of cars. I mean, before I was buying cars, I was renting them, and I would have a new car every week. And I would always strive to get the best. I always wanted to test what I felt like were the best. And over the years, I've developed this standard of, like a car needs to be this, and this. And it's not a big, not a big deal if the car falls short on a few things. But the perfect car would have everything perfect. And so I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, electric, there's a lot of good options in the electric category. This Rivian that I'm driving right now is a really good option. I don't have any problems with this Rivian. I had a few rattles at the beginning. I got them to come out and fix it. It's done. It's good. Overall, it's a really nice drive. I kind of like the truck better because it had a longer wheelbase and it felt like it rode different. But honestly, that's not a complaint. I just, if I had it to do over, I probably would get an R1T instead, but not a big deal. R1S is a really good car. It serves a great purpose. Tesla has always set a really high standard as well. They've always made a really nice car. They've put the best stuff in their cars, in my opinion. And they're really nice. So, but then that makes you question what about gas cars? What about just regular cars? If I didn't want to go electric, what could I buy that would meet my standards? Because like I say, I feel like I have pretty high standards. And I actually started really looking into this because I'm thinking, I don't need a gas car, but it would be nice to have a gas car. Just in case I want to go somewhere and not have to worry about charging for 1 to 2 hours, that would be really nice. So, and now that all the charging rates keep going higher and higher, it's about the same cost as buying gas than it is to buy fast charging. So, we knew that would happen eventually, and here we are. So yeah, I was just kind of looking at, gas cars. What do I like? What do I think would, be a good alternative for me? And I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find a single car that I liked as good as I like my electric cars. I started with the basics, Dodge Durango. I've had one of those. I do like the Durango. There's a lot of things I like about the Durango. However, inside the cabin, they're still using incandescent lights, and I hate incandescent lights. Why can't we just all go to LED? So I was immediately like, I don't really like this one because it's not LED. The Durango's got some good prices, and used, you can get them in the 30s, which is not bad for, what it is. Pretty nice car. Fairly new, less than 40,000 miles, $30,000. So, that's good. The price point is there. The car is relatively nice, but there are some things that just don't check off as perfect for me. Incandescent lights. There are other things. I think it's got HID headlights. I'm not a fan of HID anymore. After having LED headlights, I don't want to go back to HID. So yeah, just little things like that. There's probably way more, but I haven't gotten to them. I went to, more luxury brands like Volvo, and I like Volvos. We've got a few at work. I've drove them. I like them. There's just a few things that don't check the boxes, and it's like, okay, I'm looking for the perfect car. I would consider this Rivian the perfect car. Tesla used to be perfect, and they started playing with things. Oh, we're going to remove parking sensors. We're going to remove radar. Those things piss me off because they don't work. So Rivian still uses parking sensors. They still use radar. All the lights are LED. You've got the nice bright light bar, which is something I like about the Durango, for example. So I like those light bars. They look good. So you got that nice bright light bar. You got the dual panoramic sunroof. Sure, it doesn't open, But that's not a big deal for me. I never open my moonroof, sunroof, whatever. Sunroof doesn't open, moonroof opens. The Rivian has blind spot mirrors where it's got the light in the mirror that lights up whenever you get someone in your blind spot. That may seem like a stupid, like everybody's got that now. No, Tesla doesn't. So, this is the perfect car. And so I'm trying to find the perfect gas equivalent to this. And I haven't found it yet. I did check with, like I said, Volvo, and it just, there were some things that just they weren't perfect. And I thought, well, I could go with, another, what they would consider luxury brand, BMW. So I went and looked at BMW, and it checked most of the boxes, but the interior just looked dated, and I just didn't like it. And I was like, I like clean, slick, modern interiors. I don't want dated stuff. Reasons why I wouldn't buy an older Ram or, like the current heavy duty Ram, because they never updated the interior to be the new interior. So really I looked, and the only thing that halfway met everything I wanted, or, most of the way met everything I wanted, was like a Ram 1500, but in the limited trim, pretty much basically what I had to begin with. I liked the EcoDiesel, although I'm hearing they're not as reliable as expected. Apparently 100,000 miles is all you're expected to get, and then they grenade. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm not looking to buy anything. I was just kind of comparing the options to see, like, if my next car were to be a gas car, what direction would I go? And, honestly, there's only two, and they're trucks. I don't know why. I mean, trucks are not the most luxurious vehicles on the road, but in this particular instance, they kind of are. The Ram 1500, it has the air suspension. It has all these nice extra little things that I like the Rivian has air suspension. One of very few that actually have it. And I think luxury-wise, the Ram would be it. It would check all my boxes. But I'm also realistic when it comes to, are there things that outweigh some of the things it don't have? For example, if it doesn't have air suspension, but it also can haul a lot more weight, well, then I kind of get that. Like, I know air suspension can be put on heavy duty vehicles too, but without air suspension, it needs to have something that's going to correct that. And that brings me back to the Super Duty that I ordered. I think that it and the Ram 1500 Limited are pretty much equal, in my opinion, as far as the next luxury vehicle that I'm going to get. And I quoted that. I don't know if you've seen that. Yeah, you can see that. Anyway, because honestly, there's not other good choices out there than that. And those two are at the top of my list right now. I don't need another truck in the sense of a Ram, but I'm going to replace my current truck when the Super Duty comes in, so that kind of solves that. So the F-150 Lightning does check a lot of those boxes, and like I say, if it's got one thing that others don't have that make it one step ahead, that makes me like it a little more. And so that's where we are with the F-150 Lightning. It has the Matrix headlights, which no other vehicle on the road has today yet. That's a big thing for me. After testing them and seeing how they work and seeing how good they work, I can overlook the fact that it doesn't have air suspension, for example, or whatever. If Ford would just fix the connected services issue that I've been having, I don't know that I would have such an easy time getting rid of that truck. I think it'd be much harder because it would pretty much check all the boxes. I mean, sure, there are a few things that it doesn't have, but in other areas it excels so that it does have. The 9.2, I think it is, 9.2 kilowatt onboard generator is something no other vehicle has, not even close. Even the Super Duty has a generator, but it's only 2 kilowatt. So you're not going to get anywhere near the amount that. Yeah. So, Lightning definitely checks a lot of boxes, but when there are issues that can be fixed and nobody knows how to fix them, I get annoyed, and that has me like ready to move on from the Lightning. I'm ready to just trade up and get the Super Duty. Sure, I'm going to lose my 9.6 kilowatt. I may lose my Matrix headlights. That's TBD at this point. I was told that they are building Super Duties with adaptive headlights, and apparently that's all you need to enable Matrix headlights, or the adaptive headlights. Ford calls it something a little different than everybody else. So as long as that all works out, I have the computer and the program to enable it. So wouldn't be a problem for me. But yeah. So yeah, a lot of my BMW people are going to be really mad because last time I made a BMW video, they jumped all over me because of it. And it's like, sure, you're brand loyal to BMW, but I just don't like them. I just didn't like what I seen, you know? I mean, it's a nice car. They make nice cars, but for the price point, they're not that nice. And I expect so much more. I tell you what, I actually didn't check Mercedes-Benz. I should go back and look at those just to see if they check all the boxes. But I'm also trying to be realistic. You know what? If I were going to go buy a car today, I'm not going to buy a $100,000 car. I mean, I want something affordable, what the average person would get, somewhere between $30,000 and $50,000. That's kind of what I'm looking at. And not that I'm looking to buy another car. I'm just saying, like, if I were going to buy one, I want to find the perfect car that I would consider leaving electric for. And it's got to be within that price range, but it's got to also check all the boxes and or be better in other areas that make it not have to check all the boxes. I haven't found one yet. So yeah.